Yo, what up? It's your boy Bryson Tiller on the Quicksilver Show with Dominique the Diva.
Of course, this is the Quicksilver Show.
With Dominique the Diva.
We are honored to have a special guest here, and I haven't interviewed this guy in years because I feel like after our interview, he said, I'm done radio. I'm not talking to nobody else.
I'm outta
I don't
here.
care who called me. Quick, Diva. The answer's no. But
No.
then the answer became yes.
Because he's outside, and it's none other than Penn Griffey, Bryson Tiller himself in the studio. It's so great to have you here.
Thank you guys for the introduction.
Welcome.
Like, this is amazing. Like I said, I haven't seen this guy in years.
It's been a minute.
And like the last I saw you, you were an up and coming artist.
Yep.
I was still trying to catch the 1 to 8 beat on Don't.
Yeah,
And
you
I was
got
stopping like Don't.
And it was wrong.
Exactly. How much time is it between that Don't and the last Don't? Do we know?
I think it's like 11 seconds.
Something
so I'm
like
gonna try that Don't. I'm gonna
Yeah,
count to
we go-
11 next
Actually,
time.
you
try.
just like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like just try to count like that, and
Right,
after you
right.
do it to 11, and then you got.
But then now you, of course, as Diva said, you back outside.
Yeah.
outside. You're lucky you even got a chance to talk to him the first go round because like I was on SoundCloud when you
Right,
put
right.
it on and then you took it off and then I was like, where did it go? And then I was working at the station in Virginia Beach and they were like, he's coming and the show is sold out. The entire tour is sold out already, Diva. You're gonna have to just get in line, get in
Figure
where
it
you
out.
fit in and figure it out. And we got a chance to see how well Trap Soul did for you. We got a chance to celebrate the anniversary. And now we get a chance to celebrate everybody being back outside. But one thing I will say, with that pen, I noticed when I was listening, you like to talk a lot about the guy that's not doing her right and how he's coming to save her.
Uh-oh.
Right?
Oh man,
Is that
sometimes. Sometimes no, it'd be like that. Sometimes
It do be like that sometimes.
It do be like that, but I tell you what I like about Bryson Tiller. Of course, you're an amazing songwriter, amazing penmanship, amazing everything. But like, you have this cult following. Like when you first came out with Trap Soul, I would have thought he was a seasoned artist, and then you just come out of nowhere and like sell out arenas and sell out concerts. How did this Bryson Tiller cult start? Like, how did you become so humongous?
Man, I don't know. I really don't. Like
Was
it
this
was
organic?
always a surprise to me. Even when we were doing the, last time I spoke to you, I had no idea that we would even be here.
And
You know what I
he's
mean?
like, quick, do people know me here? I said, do people know you here?
Yeah.
Like, is he trying to be funny?
And I am a part of the
I
cult
was very
following.
serious.
And I really think it's just the music. And I was just telling him that timing is always on
Yep,
his side.
absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. I'm kind of like a slow burn artist. You know what I mean? Sometimes it takes people a while to catch up to anything that I do. But I appreciate you guys for jumping on it before anybody. So that
Don't
means the world.
don't thank me. Thank Dominique.
I'm an
Diva.
advocate.
She made it very
It changed
clear.
my life. So
She
thank
literally
you.
was like, "Quick, what are you planning the quick mix up?" I'm not sure. Well, start with Bryson Tiller outside. That'll work. Okay, Diva, I
Because
got
we
the point.
need feel-good records. How did you choose this record as being the one? Because, everyone is outside right now, and it is a little bit more up-tempo than we, typically get.
That, like you said, everybody's back outside, and then I just wanted to jumble people's expectations for the album. I just wanted there to be none. You know what I mean? So I felt like this song was just like, you don't know what's coming next at this
Facts.
point. We're
That
doing the
is
Yin
true.
Yang Twin sample, so
Right.
I wanted to create that space for myself so I could just do whatever.
Of course, Bryson. If you just tuned into the show, we're talking to Bryson Tiller, the Bryson Tiller. Let me
Yes.
go ahead and say his name properly and give him the flowers while he's here. But I think I know the answer, but I still want to ask, what happened? When I say what happened, you were super out there. You came out, humongous artist.
Yeah.
Diva was. Everybody loved Bryson
think-
Tiller.
Did
And
you go
the-
back to school or just
And then it's
gaming or something?
Then it was like, you know what? I'm done for a minute. And you got super quiet. I didn't hear from Bryson Tiller. I feel like outside of the immediate core fans, I didn't hear from Bryson Tiller for over a year or two. Where were you? What happened at that moment?
Man, I was depressed. I was really sad a lot of the time. It's crazy we talk about the success of Trap Soul and all that, but when it first came out, I didn't see none of that. I didn't see none of the support and success, none of that.
Wow.
It was a slow burn. It took a long time for it to, it took years. It only sold 20,000 the first week, so it took years for it to be like what it is, and we traveled the world with it, and I'm grateful for it. But just seeing the criticism that I was getting for that album from these big blogs and Complex and all these people just writing crazy negative things about me, just really, I don't know, it's made me really depressed and think that I've been doing something wrong the whole time. And years later, I realized, man, I don't know why I've been trying to fix something that was never broken. You know what I mean? I started
Talk
changing
about
my
it.
sound. I started doing different shit. I stopped having as much confidence when I went in the booth. You can listen to Trap Soul and then the album next to that, after that, it's just I was just depressed through the whole album, and I was sad, and I was afraid to raise my voice. You know what I'm saying? And like, cause people were complaining about the sound of my voice being high and pitchy or whatever. So, but then I was just like, I reached a point where I was just like, yo, it was like I said, it was never broken, so why try to fix it?
Where are you mentally today?
Today, I'm just very sure of myself. I'm very confident, very happy. I love music. I've found new ways to make music. Got a whole new process. And it's just been a great time. It's been a blast in the studio. We having a lot of fun in the studio, and you'll hear that a lot in this album.
That's so awesome to hear.
Right.
I love that story because, you know, even though you said so many gems in what you just said too about it, like selling 20K, but it was like, it's so impactful. Like I literally just listen to it again every day. No skips, like no skips on there. So even if someone is a new artist or whatever sees, you know, I only sold 20K, it doesn't mean that you can't be impactful. It's still a freaking big deal.
Yeah.
Like Hov said, y'all was late on Reasonable Doubt, or Drake put out an album that was just like, honestly, never mind. And people are in 2 hours like, oh, this is terrible. And then like 3 months later, I'm like bumping the hell out of
You see how sticky your stills getting.
So continue to make them catch up with you. Like they'll get it later. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I like when you collab with Wild Thoughts with Rihanna and Khaled because that was a fun way to, you know, to hear you again, even when we were just trying to figure out like where's Bryson at or what he's doing. I feel like it was fun.
Yeah, even that was tough for me, you know, because at that time when I collaborated with them, I was excited and honored to be a part of a feature, but like, you know, Rihanna, that's a different level of, you know, so a lot more eyes were on me and a lot more criticism. Just like, why is he? All these verified people on Twitter is like, why is he on the song? And that just like sent me deeper into my depression.
So like, and I hate to like use my hashtag in real life, but that's a hashtag I started 20 plus years ago because I believe social media has gotten the best of a lot of us. It's not just a Bryson Tiller thing or a Quicksilver and Dominic Diva thing. We have to learn to realize social media is the gift and the curse. It's not real.
Right.
So you literally, if you want to, and I tell this, and I feel like I'm a therapist talking to Bryson Tiller, only because I've dealt with depression. My wife openly deals with it every day, and with as well as Diva. What our therapist said was like, you realize you can log off Instagram and still work. Like I feel like a lot of times as artists, when you're creating, just put your phone down. Now, of course, you have to market and promote. But don't. It's the
comments.
It's the scrolling. Like so, just ignore it because Bryson Tiller, I'm telling you, like your fan base is beyond just your music. And what you don't know yet is that because you're so open about your depression and what you're dealing with and how you got through it, you're helping somebody right now. Listen to the radio.
People identify with it even more because it just makes you real. You know what I mean? It just makes you a real person. So I'm excited about that. Now, as far as this new album and you having fun in the studio, does that mean like working with other artists in the studio?
Definitely, yeah. I'm trying to figure it out. Who I want to have featured on this album, but for the most part, it's going to be mostly about me, you know? This album is just about me and everything that I'm capable of doing.
Yeah, you like the Rihanna collab. One of my favorite Bryson Tiller collabos is the one with him and Fab. I can't
Listen, I got some ideas because, I mean, since you've come out, I mean, Kentucky has really been doing the whole thing. So I have some Jack Harlow ideas, maybe a little ESTG on a little, I know you're on his project already, but that was just my idea.
Nah, for sure. I love those.
You got a hat on. People can't see on the radio, but they'll see this, of course, online, quicksilvershow.com. Chasing Dreams. What are you chasing at this point?
You know, I just feel like at this point in my career, sometimes I feel like I'm chasing respect because I feel like after my first album and then, you know, putting out, the depression from the criticism from that album that did so well, and then I'm depressed and I was forced to make another album right away and then go on tour right away. I felt like I lost a lot of credibility as an artist. You know what I mean? I felt like people just feel like, oh yeah, he's over, he's finished, he's done. And it's just like, damn, you know, I'm just going through a couple things, you know what I'm saying? And by the way, I've been doing this shit by myself. Excuse my language. I've been doing this by myself, you know what I mean, the whole time. Like, and I mean, like, I write everything. I don't produce everything, but I write everything. I come up with everything in studio. And all these other artists that y'all compare me to and look at, you know, they don't do it by themselves at all.
At all. Most of your favorite artists, me and Diva joke about this, don't write their own music. And when I say your favorite,
And it's
All your favorites.
The top.
And there's nothing wrong with it at all. I'm just saying that, like, a lot of times, you know, I'm so confident in myself. Like, I feel like I don't care who the biggest, this guy, that guy, put us all in the same studio. Oh, maybe 3 different studios. Give us the same 3 beats. I know for a fact that my song is gonna come out just as fire as theirs. You know what I'm saying? So,
Facts. What was your first initial like reaction when a couple of weeks on social media they were having that whole R&B is dead. I don't know where it is. And what was your first initial like thought when you started hearing that conversation going around? Like, really?
I mean, I think it's interesting. I mean, every time somebody says something like that, it always like revamps everything, and like, you know. So I'm actually kind of glad that Diddy said that. Cause,
Do you think R&B was ever dead?
I mean, I think it's fine. You know what I mean? I think obviously there we have, you know, this is up and down. You know, just it's
as
just
far
like
as
that.
mainstream and
But
stuff.
I do feel like that ever since Diddy said that, you know, that's going to inspire not only all the people that are in the game, the big dogs, the people like me, or the guys who are, but other people who are just like trying to get into music. There's some kid out there that heard that and it's just like, you know what, I'm gonna revamp R&B.
I feel like this is like such a motivational interview. Like, and we've interviewed people before, but like we are really excited because like me and Diva, we sound like Bryson don't do interviews. Like that's
That's
like
why I was
that's
like, I
the
just told
thing.
him. They told me to come to work today. I came and now you're here. So
I'm like, Lady Rich, are you sure it's Bryson Tiller? Bryson Tiller, like the
I'm
artist?
so happy that you're in a much better space and you feel more comfortable
Absolutely.
with doing that. And you should be confident in your work because we love it. And to Bryson fans, you really can't do much wrong. Like to the cult following that you were saying that I'm a part of. You really can't do that. You really can't do much wrong. So when we're talking about We Outside, I love this record, and then we're talking about a full project. Just kind of want to know like a roundabout when we could expect that.
I'm hoping this year, man. It really all depends on the business aspect of things. You know, samples. You know, the outside sample was pretty easy to clear, but you know, we got some other samples on there. That's you know.
That means I tell people all the time, the music business is 10% about the music. Yeah. The other 90 is the business.
Exactly.
That's the part that's not fun at all.
As soon as we figure that out, I know people always hit me like, "Yo, drop it right now, drop it right now." And I'm just like, man, like if they came to me and told me all the business was taken care of, then like I would go finish it this week and it'd be yours.
Here go a random question for my man Bryson Tiller, and this is our guy. Tell us something about Bryson Tiller. You've done interviews, and I feel like you can Google certain answers to certain questions. What's something that Bryson Tiller is good at that none of us know about?
That nobody knows about.
Nobody.
I mean,
this is a Quicksilver
I'm over here
and Diva
trying to
exclusive.
guess like I know.
This is exclusive. This is going to go viral on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter and LinkedIn and everything else.
Something that he's good at that no one knows. I'm acting like I know.
It has to be something.
I can't say gaming because I feel like people are starting to
That's
know.
why I was saying I know
And
that.
I feel like we saw that somewhere.
Yeah,
online.
exactly. You
But
know,
it
I
has to
can't
be
say
something.
that.
Like, I'll give you an example. I can walk on my hands. Now, I'm not going to do it right now because I definitely not. Don't
Never
ask.
seen
good
you
at
do
drawing.
that, bro.
I can draw.
I'll show you a video. I really can.
You can draw.
Yeah, I can draw. I used to draw all the time in middle school, and I'm just a really good writer. Like whatever about songs, you know what I mean? But like when it comes to like stories and stuff, like I used to write personal narratives in high school. I mean, not high school, but like middle school, and like all the kids would be excited about it. Like I used to do like comic books, like little fake comic books or whatever, and people would be excited. So I would draw pictures in it and whatnot. So I mean, I don't think that's gonna go viral at all. But
Oh man, I was looking for a
Bryson
moment.
Tiller
Like, come on,
writes.
we need a moment.
I know, right?
He writes short stories.
Boom.
So smart.
Here's the comment section. See, I told you he's boring. And that part's gonna go viral. See, Bryson's boring real quick. No, I'm joking.
That's so dope. I've always been jealous of people that can draw because they're really good at seeing things before it's there.
facts.
Like I don't see what you're talking about. Like when you take me to
Bryson
a house
Picasso
and the
is his
stuff
name.
isn't done, they're like, oh, and the bathroom's gonna be here. I'm like, I don't see that. So that's dope. The creativity part.
What's something about Bryson Tiller outside of what you can do that we don't know? We now know he can draw, ladies and gentlemen. If you had to do something to make yourself feel good, and once again, I don't want to keep going back to depression, but you've gotten through this. Well, you're still going through this because it's still good days and bad days for all of us. On my bad days or Diva bad days, we have our things that we do, and it's, you know what? At this moment, I'm not depressed now. If someone's listening who's a Bryson Tiller fan is like, you know what, Bryson?
Yeah, pick me up.
Pick me up. What will Bryson Tiller do just to pick somebody up?
What would I do to pick somebody else up?
Or
No,
yourself,
what do you
to pick
do?
myself up.
Okay, for me to pick myself up, I mean, this is gonna sound crazy.
No,
but like,
it's also a
I
crazy answer.
really enjoy playing video games. Like, no, for real. Like, it's a whole different world. I'm off of Earth. Like, Earth does not exist anymore. Like, I go play Apex Legends, and I'm there. Like, I don't think about nothing. I'm talking to strangers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we
Yeah.
having a good time. I could do it for 24 hours straight.
No,
You know
it's
what I'm
real.
saying?
I
Like,
see something with T
I'm not a
Grizzly.
gamer at all.
they say that it's a mental illness or whatever, but it's just
It's
like,
not an illness.
I think that's kind of crazy because it's like I've been pulled out of so many, like I've had so
Yeah.
many great days because of that. You know what I mean? And bad days.
That's dope, though.
I think so. Listen, my boyfriend is into video games, and he's always asked me how I felt about it. And I just feel like when you need to take a load off, you know, and you've done everything that needs to be done, I don't have a problem with you playing videos. What's the difference between you doing that and me scrolling on Instagram or me on TikTok? It's not much of a difference. You definitely need to like just ease your mind for a second.
And what's your favorite video game of all time, like or console? Like what?
Like old school
like
consoles.
old school console. What was like the first
console?
one? You say this is the
Did
first
you have
one
a
I remember.
Sega Saturn?
I did not have a Sega Saturn.
I did.
She was
have a
rich. So
Sega.
she had rich. She had money back in the day.
I had a Sega. My favorite console probably Xbox, man.
Mine
to
was
be honest.
Nintendo. I know I'm a little older than that.
No, I love Nintendo. Nintendo's
The original
great.
one.
Yeah, the original Nintendo. Yeah,
the
yeah.
little-
Not the Super Nintendo.
Not
but
Super
the-
Nintendo with Contra. You remember Contra?
Yeah,
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, I remember
Oh my
Contra.
God.
Technobowl,
I
Excite
played
Bike,
Contra.
Double Dribble. None of this.
Sega
Nah,
Saturn.
I feel that.
I remember the code to Contra was up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, BA, select, start. Sorry.
That's crazy.
And I haven't played that game in 30 years, but I said,
Do you play on the road? Like when you're out on the road, like right now, you play?
We do.
Yeah.
We take a Nintendo Switch on the road and we play Mario Kart. We place bets and whatnot. It's fun. Play Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Big Bang, take Little Bang with Bryson Tiller,
Yeah.
Mario Kart. Let's
Yeah.
make that go viral
Yeah, you
right
can
now.
do that, for
Bryson
real.
Tiller, man, we outside, man, and we don't want to hold you too much longer, man. We really enjoy having the conversation. And like I said, I know most interviews we just talking music and where'd you come from, but like we're just very personal people.
And we're
Yeah.
real fans.
Right,
And so I don't
absolutely.
take what I do for granted at all, like working in radio. And I just like always, your career kind of ran parallel with my journey in radio because
Facts.
I was just, starting out. And I felt like I was always the girl that the station has like, you guys need to
Play
pay
Bryson Tiller,
attention
right.
to this guy, right? Same thing like with Drake. I was telling them like, hey, everyone's playing this mixtape on campus, like, but the business side of things, they don't care until the numbers come in. So I'm like, this guy is dope. And then the numbers start rolling in, and then, that's when they catch on.
The latest from Bryson Tiller. They were like,
Right.
that was actually
I'm
2
like,
years
I
ago.
told y'all this. I told
And I
y'all.
appreciate you guys. I can tell that you guys care because y'all don't like ask me the default questions.
Nah, man, like all that. These are the questions you can ask him.
Yeah,
don't talk about. Nah, we don't do scripts. None of that. It's just
Nah.
very candid, open conversation. We're conversational, and Bryson Tiller, we give the energy that you give back. We've interviewed some artists, and it's just
Yeah.
nah.
Oh, yeah, I
No.
see that. I see that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like Diva, let's wrap this up.
Let's get out of here. No.
I hate those.
Nah, we're so excited to hear this project and how much you've grown and what you've gone through. I know you're a dad and you know what I mean? So I'm excited to hear about all the growth and all the features that you have on this upcoming project. So whenever you drop it, whatever the business is, we're going to be here playing it.
I appreciate y'all.
Bryson Tiller, once again, thank you so much for stopping by. And I always end the normal show with a vitamin of the day. So the vitamin is my way of saying something inspirational just to pick at least one person up. So it doesn't have to be spiritual. That doesn't matter. Just if you could say something to pick up the world, what would Bryson Tiller say to end out the show?
I would say, in the end, everything will be okay.
I like that.
And if it's not okay, then it's not the end.
Oh, if you don't think I'm a jack that for a vitamin,
You know what?
jack it. so I can reset it. In the end, it's over. Oh,
No.
why can't we say that? Bryson Tiller, thank you so much, sir.
Thank
It's always
you.
a pleasure, man.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, Bryson.
Thank you.
That's so
Absolutely.
good.